Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Superstars of Wrestling Review Series for the 18th of August, 1990. And we are fast approaching the SummerSlam show. The Hart Foundation against the Legion of or the Demolition is here in a couple of weeks, but this is an enhancement match for the Hart Foundation getting ready. They basically talk about it should be 2-on-2, but they're ready for 3-on-2 if necessary. Obviously, after the beatdown from Demolition a few weeks ago. Super quick match. They go less than 2.5 minutes here, maybe three at most. But a heart attack is your finish, and the Hearts look to be in good shape going into the main event. Bret Hart obviously comes out a little bit better. We get the hype of a Texas Tornado and Mr. Perfect upcoming match and promos from both. Henning basically says he will gladly accept the challenge of the Texas Tornado, but that Tornado is in over his head. Kerry Von Erich says he stepped in. He's been waiting all his life for this opportunity, and that at SummerSlam he will be your Intercontinental Champion, which he ends up being pretty prophetic about because he does end up taking that spot. We don't really necessarily know 100% whether Brutus Beefcake would have beaten Mr. Perfect here. Enhancement talent up next, enhancement match, as it were, for Randy Macho Man Savage, the Macho King, facing off against a local area talent here. Obviously, we are moving towards, in the enhancement talent, in this case, Jim Evans. Savage and Dusty Rhodes blowing off their feud at SummerSlam. Savage still coming in on a throne, having a scepter, Queen Sherry, and the whole deal. Savage always intense during his enhancement talent matches. This match, no different. Body slam on the outside, sends him back into the ring. Savage hits the top rope elbow in quick fashion. 1, 2, 3. The match with Rhodes is a major disappointment at SummerSlam, but it is what it is there. The enhancement talent gets assaulted with the purse of Sherry. Rick Martel talks about his match on that particular evening with Superfly Snuka. Says that Snuka is far from a model. He being Martel, one of the best in the world as the model Rick Martel, and he's going to show Snuka a thing or two. We have a repeat of a previous promo from her Hillbilly Jim promising that the nature of Hercules will be exposed. Standing by your friends is something he admires. However, Hercules has been less than admirable in that regard. We get another promo from Rick Rude promising to eliminate and abolish the Warrior in the steel cage. We're reminded once again that Rude is one of the few people that has beaten the Warrior before. That time for the Intercontinental title. This time for the World title, Rude promises. And I would say that Rick Rude did not need a manager at this point. Warrior with tassels, orange and kind of fuchsia purple type tassels, hanging on the cage, manages to promise his Warriors that he's going to win. Demolition up next, plugging their match with the Hart Foundation. 3-on-2, Axe Smash Crush. The match isn't 3-on-2, but they seem to have a feeling that they can use that to their advantage. The 3-on-2 aspect of their team, that is. We go back to the ring in Superstars, and one of the last few matches of the Rockers for a little while. Shawn Michaels mere days away from getting a knee injury. Those seem to be pretty common for Michaels here, but the Rockers, Jannetty and Michaels, are on a collision course with Power and Glory, Roma and Hercules at SummerSlam. But that match never fully happens. I mean, it does happen in the record books, but Michaels gets taken out during the match due to a previous knee injury. Michaels, though, not showing favors of that during this television taping. Suplex and double back elbows by the Rockers. Michaels goes to the top, as does Jannetty. Double fist drop. 1, 2, 3 for your winners, the Rockers. Brother Love show up next. Brother Love pretty intense with his support of Dino Bravo and the Earthquake. Bravo says he will manage to take care of Tugboat. Jimmy Hart is sure that this is the case, and Earthquake promises that he will in fact be the man to finally once and for all eliminate Hulk Hogan from competition. Bad News Brown out next. We see the Saturday night's main event sign. I don't know if the match with Jim Powers that he has here was originally from Saturday night's main event or not, but the Saturday night's main event sign hanging in the background. Powers gets a few quick shots in, nothing major, but at the same time, enough to give a little bit of hope, including a drop kick. Jake Roberts promises to put an end to the Sewer Rats and Bad News Brown at SummerSlam in an inset promo, and Brown certainly tends to be the one to stalk around a little bit more than average. A few shots, punches, and kicks from Brown. Brown hits the Ghetto Blaster, gains the victory in default of that. And then we see him gain that victory headed into SummerSlam pretty aggressively and assertively. We again go back for the night's matches at the Boston Garden. We are going to see a 6-man tag team match. Hacksaw Jim Duggan and the Hart Foundation against all 3 members of Demolition. Duggan and the Harts promise victory. Now, it's interesting that Duggan and the Harts are teaming because they did that at the 1989 Royal Rumble as well. Boris Zukov promises to defeat Nikolai Volkov in a flag match tonight as well. Tugboat is here. Tugboat is hitting some splashes, some real basic moves on Bob Bradley. Bradley, of course, part of our world-class wrestling review series, 340 episodes strong. But after this match is where the real problem comes in. Earthquake and Dino Bravo 2-on-1 attack, where are Tugboat's friends, and Earthquake splashes him mere days before SummerSlam. Splash and Tugboat taken out on a stretcher. The rumor at the time was that Tugboat getting a bit of a big head and manages to allow his ego to get the better of him. And so he was taken off the SummerSlam pay-per-view. Not sure how true that is, but it is what it is. And that will close us for this edition of Superstars. We'll be back with more right after this.